Hi YouTube, this is JTrain997 and I'm back this time with my review of the DC Universe Classic Series 15 Sinestro Corps Batman. Now once again, only a Kmart sticker on this box. This is not a Kmart exclusive. Found the entire wave at Kmart. For some reason they all had the logo. Also, if you watch my reviews pretty frequently, you'll know that there is one thing I don't like about the DC Universe Classics line. Well, one of the bigger things. They keep reselling me this same Batman. I bought him in Wave 1. I was happy. He's had multiple repaints, and this is the third time he's been issued as a single figure in a standard wave. Although, to its credit, store exclusives are big about repaints, and the previous time he was once again a Walmart exclusive. But, unlike the previous time where I just skipped him, he does come with a Collect and Connect piece, which is the main torso of Validus, however you say his name. And completely honest, once again, I kind of like the fact that they made him a Sinestro Corps member, and they gave him a energy construct, which seems to be like a little batarang. He also comes with a button. Strangely enough, on the back here, you can see that they completely overshadowed his read-up and stats with the glowing Sinestro Corps logo. And from the looks of it, it seems to have been the original one anyway, so nothing about Batman in the Sinestro Corps. The other characters in this wave were Golden Pharaoh, OMAC, Gem, Raven, Martian Manhunter, Starman, and himself. There's a picture of Validus when he's finished. So, no read-up. I guess I'll try to wing one on my own. Batman is not a member of the Sinestro Corps, and never has been. There was a very brief time right before the whole thing got rolling, where a ring flew onto Batman's finger for a very brief amount of time, and there was like one panel of him being a Sinestro Corps member. But he is not actually one, so kind of just a excuse to give us a repaint, although once again, not completely hating this one so far. I like the design, at least. That being said, let's pull this bad boy out of the packaging. And here we have Sinestro Corps Batman out of the packaging. And real quick before we move on, here's his button. Once again, nothing special for me, but oh well, it's a freebie. The main torso of Validus, once again, not entirely sure on that name. All I know is that he's a Legion of Superheroes bad guy. Putting that off to the side. And let's get a look at Batman here. To correct myself earlier, I think I made it sound like this figure is a store exclusive, and he's not. Wave 15 is a wave that goes everywhere. And he's not entirely a repaint, it looks to be. He's got a very menacing head sculpt on him. Got a very nasty scowl. But other than that, it does appear to be a repaint, with the exception that they did kind of mold a ring on. And once again, really showing DC Direct up on the rings. Whereas DC Direct has just lumps of plastic, they actually have detail and the logos within their rings, although the logo is going to be kind of hard to pick up on this camera. And panning back out. The construct, also not lacking on the detail department. You can see it looks like his fist with some energy crackling around it. Some very nice detail on the batarang itself. Really good stuff. Only fits over this fist with a ring. That's a little unfortunate. It would have been much better, in my opinion, to have it fit over both hands, but not complaining. I really do like the fact that whenever they give us a Green Lantern now, they are seeming to give us more energy constructs, a concept I hope will carry over into the Green Lantern Classics line. But, that being said, on to Batman. Oh, also another thing I'm sure wasn't a repaint, he's got the silver belt going around. So, not entirely a repaint once again. My mistake on saying he was earlier. And get him posed here. Doesn't seem to want to pose. I wasn't crazy about in the first place about this cape. Something about it just seems to throw the figure off when you're posing him. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. I can't believe he crouched like that, and he's going to give me trouble standing straight up. There we go. We'll throw his energy construct over here beside him. Get a quick pan over of him. Once again, some pretty surprising detail. Definitely liking the color scheme and the whole look of Sinestro Corps Batman. As you can see. As far as articulation, his head does a full 360. Some slight up and down. Arms, pretty decently hindered by the cape, but go out, forward, a little back, spin at the bicep, bend at the elbow, and the wrist spin. Has a pretty decent amount of abdomen movement, and he spins at the torso. well as his legs go out, forward, hindered by the cape and going back, but spin at the quadricep, bend at the knee, and have an ankle joint. So, not a bad amount of articulation overall. Once again, something about his legs seem to not want to stand straight up. It's a little strange to me, but oh well. If he'll just stand up for the final thoughts in this review, I'll be happy. Get his energy clip on back on. Yeah, but wave 15, once again, does seem to be pretty well out there right now, although I do believe there's some small issue in wave 15 and 14 hitting around the same time, and some Walmarts at least aren't getting a lot of 15 in. I've had surprising luck finding these at Kmart's. Man, these legs are strange. I think it's the cape. Anyways, standing or not, this is the end of the review. This is J-Train 997. Not a big fan of this Batman figure that they've sold us so many times, but they have at least tweaked it. Despite having some minor problems with the legs, I do think he's actually warrants a pickup, and that's a high compliment for this figure coming from me. So that being said, this is J-Train, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.